Me and Joe were chatting about, hobbies and stuff. And he reminded me of a story he told me another time because he's into baseball. And then he said he got into flying. He had a thing for airplanes. And he told me this crazy story about getting an airplane. Somebody gave him an airplane. He's gonna tell me the story now from the beginning because I don't remember the whole thing. Go ahead, tell me about the airplane.
I think the airplane was on Moon Lake, and every weekend I was going to buy the airplane. I wanted to buy the airplane because it said for sale. It was sitting there, and every weekend I'd go there, and it was open. I'd sit in it, and I'd look out at the pilot flying, and then one Sunday when I was there, I was inside the airplane. I was sitting in it, and the owner came, and he said, "What the F are you doing in my airplane?"
I don't think you're supposed to sit in other people's airplanes, Joe.
I said, "Sir," so I got out of the airplane, and he said, "What was you going to do? Take off?" I said, "No, I want to buy it." He wanted $5,000 for it. I had money at that time. I bought the airplane. He took me out, flew around, and showed me. I flied a little bit, and I flew by where we lived there, and Lori was my girlfriend, and Erica was her daughter. She was 2, and I was flying, and I flew with him by my house. He showed me how to wave with the airplane with the wings, and 60 miles an hour by our house. And Erica, Dad, I can see her, and Lori's looking too, and so we flew around a little bit more than treetop level. It was a big cow pasture. I wanted to land out there. And he said, "No, it's too bumpy and rocky." So we flew around. We didn't have a radio with it.
Oh, didn't have a radio? Oh, that's not good.
No. The outside was all green mold from sitting so long. And so I liked the airplane. I bought it. I found an airport on 54 Odessa, and that's where I kept it for a while. And on the weekends, I went there. I washed all the mold, cleaned it like it was a car, and I'd ride it up by myself. Taxi on the highway. I can't even remember what the dominant. No, there's a thing on the airplane. It's got a circle, and it's got a cross in it.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing here it tells you you're up,
Mm-hmm.
you're landing,
Okay.
you're up,
Your altitude tells you like how high you're
yeah.
going. Okay.
And I would pick it up off the runway, set it back down, and I knew how to fly. I thought I knew. Check this out.
I thought I knew because I flew that one time with the owner of the airplane.
And so one weekend, Erica and Lori was with me, and I said, "Come on, I can fly. I'm gonna fly this thing." And Lori says, "I'm not getting in that thing with you, And
Smart woman.
Erica says, "But Daddy, I'll fly with you. I'll fly with you." And Lori grabbed Erica. "You're not getting in that thing either." "But I want to fly. I want to fly." So I said, "Okay, I'm going to take off." And they watched me. I taxied up the highway. I picked it up. I set it down. I turned around. I got all the way back to the back fence. And I got on the runway, and I picked it up and I flew. And I circled. I didn't fly long. I said, I'm thinking, And I knew I could do this. See, I could be a pilot. But you got to know your longitude and all this, and you got to charter a course and all this here. And so I'm flying a little more treetop level so I can recognize where I'm at, everything, and I could fly. And so
Turns out I could fly.
I came back and I landed.
How did you land? Flying is one thing, but what about landing?
I landed just like that thing right there. It tells you where you're at and where your wheels touch the ground. I wasn't even scared. Not one bit was I scared. I didn't have no scare. I landed it. I put the brakes on, and I just rode around the top, the runway. And I said, Lord, I got out. I said, y'all don't want to fly? I'll go buy some parachutes. I'll buy one for you, one for me, and I'll get one for Erica. Or I'll put Erica with me if something ever happens. I said, I'm not scared of this airplane. It will fly. We can fly and just to have a good time. I can circle around.
Just cruise.
Yeah. And she says, no way. So I bought,
You weren't scared, but anybody
was.
else would be.
so I bought parachutes anyhow. And
You embarrassed.
I said, Lori, try this parachute on. You're not getting me. Couldn't me get in that airplane. But Erica kept saying, but Daddy, I want to try. Time went on. And it was too big for Erica, but I was going to strap it to me if something ever happened. And I never had, nobody would fly with me.
You don't have a pilot's license,
I had some
Joe.
friends, and I showed them my airplane. Joe, that's so cool. It's cool. I said, well, come on, I'll show you. You want to fly with me? Oh, I can't get it. I can't. No way. I'm scared of airplanes. And you're not no pilot. I said, but I can fly. I know how to do it. And I'm not scared, not one bit.
But everybody else was scared.
And I didn't thought about crashing or nothing. I thought, well, if it crashes, I'm not going to get hurt.
Why? Why did you think that if it crashes, I'm not going to get hurt?
Because it's not going fast. It doesn't go fast. It's just a little bitty airplane. It's a Cessna.
I love your confidence.
And so I had to sell it. Nobody would fly.
Nobody would fly. It was no fun. It was no fun anymore.
By myself, yeah. And so I said, well, I gotta go to school to learn how to do it. I need a radio for one thing. It
Yeah.
hasn't got this or that. And
How long did you have it for?
A couple months. I sold it for $4,000. I bought it for $5,000, but I sold it for $4,000. It was fun right now.
It was. Well, that's the story. That's Joe's airplane story. That's a good one, Joe.